ready yet. Settle down. All right, on the count of three, everybody yell, violation of fire code. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Holy crap! Stretch, get ready. Breathe in. Focus your chi. Find your chakra. Organize your room for feng shui.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gifted animals, and I don't know, whoever else is in the back. This is the main event of your Minneapolis convention. On day one. My name is Will Ryan. This is JT Camp, and this is the Bad Fan Fiction Panel. Do the honors.
What? Absolutely. Okay, so for any of you who have not been in attendance at one of our panels before, welcome, please. Thank you very much for joining us. A couple of real quick housekeeping items to take care of. First off, thank you so much everybody for coming. I apologize there's not enough chairs.
We really appreciate the dedication of everybody
this is
standing
awesome.
in the back. We'll see how long you make it.
On the plus side, the fan fiction we talk about is going to be so bad that some people are going to start leaving at some point, so chairs will open up.
Absolutely.
You'll be good. Alright, real quick for those of you who don't know, we are two parts of an anime channel called Animerica.
Yes.
We shamelessly stole the name from a magazine that's defunct.
Defunct magazine, now like 14 years ago.
If you enjoy bad anime reviews, or I guess good anime reviews,
our anime reviews are terrible.
They're all bad. Every one of them is terrible. But feel free to check those out. We do a comedy show, we review anime, and also we post these. So if you want to come back and watch this in the future, it'll be on our channel.
Yes.
If you want to find us, look on YouTube for Animerica Show, or just Animerica. It's on the sign posted out there if you're looking for spelling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so now...
One last thing, disclaimer, before we get started.
Disclaimer, yes. So this is not a disclaimer so much as it is a question. This panel is not 18 plus. Our main event, which will be most of the panel, has some risque things in it. Does anybody have a problem with this ahead of time, worried about earmuffs or children?
It's not super duper gruesome or anything, it's just a little bit of naughty words every once in a while.
There's no excessive violence, there's no explicit sexual stuff or anything like that.
Let's not kid ourselves, there might be.
You're right, we haven't read the whole thing yet. Okay, so without any further ado,
warning has been given.
Let's get this thing on the road.
Let's get
back
this
on the tracks.
Horse and pony show
out of the ditch.
Yes.
So first off, we're gonna start things. Well, I'm on the wrong tab.
Yeah, you are.
We're gonna start things off with something a little bit special. So how many of you have heard of Botnik?
Not Dr. Robotnik, but that does slightly relate.
Yeah, one guy who knows.
We got two. There's another one back there.
Two people who know.
Yes.
So Botnik is an AI. And the people at the website, Botnik, BOTNIK.org, they feed it a bunch of information on something, and then they have it make its own. So they gave it the scripts. They gave it this full script for Infinity War, and then had it come up with its own script for Infinity War. And we read that bad fan fiction at Anime Milwaukee, which is on our YouTube channel.
Check out our YouTube channel if you want to see that.
Tonight, we're going to read a shorter, but just as special one, because they gave their AI Harry Potter.
Yeah. So for those of you who are familiar with bad fan fiction, who think that humans are capable of coming up with some crazy contrived trite,
here we
this
go.
is an AI.
Ladies and gentlemen, as titled by Botnik, this is Harry Potter and the Portrait of What Looked Like a Large Pile of Ash.
It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Chapter 13.
Starting in the middle. What's the name of the chapter?
The Handsome One.
Ron.
Correct. The castle grounds snarled with a wave of magically magnified wind. The sky outside was a great black ceiling, which was full of blood.
Wait.
Ghostwriting Tara Gillespie.
Are we sure? This is too edgy already.
Yeah. The only sounds drifting from Hagrid's hut were the disdainful shrieks of his own furniture.
Okay, I've heard some fat jokes in my day. Come on. That's
Realistic.
That's pushing it. That's just mean.
Leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he...
Wait, no, you skipped a line, dude.
Oh, sorry. Magic. It was something that Harry Potter thought was very good.
If there's one thing to be said of the Harry Potter universe...
Magic is good.
Unless.
That's okay. I like magic.
Yes. Leathery... Excuse me. Leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he walked across the grounds towards the castle. Ron was standing there and doing a kind of frenzied tap dance.
Was he doing like the Peanuts dance?
Ron's... Okay. He saw Harry and immediately began to eat Hermione's family.
That's why he was so antsy.
He was starving.
I'm hungry for some muggles.
Subsequently, Ron's Ron shirt was just as bad as Ron himself. Does that mean Ron's Ron shirt had like an artistic rendering of him eating Hermione's family?
No, it's not an artistic rendering. It's just a picture of his face.
Oh.
He's so self-centered because, if you recall, he is the handsome one.
Yes, he is. That's clear. If you two can't clump happily, I'm going to get aggressive, confessed the reasonable Hermione. She is extremely reasonable considering he's standing there eating a family! It's the most reasonable reaction I've ever heard!
Look, if you keep eating my stop. If you... What did I just say?
Spit it out!
I'm about to get mad!
Spit it out!
Hi, I'm a comedy major.
What about Ron magic? Offered Ron.
Oh, you know the kind! Yes.
To Harry, Ron was a loud, slow, and soft bird. I don't quite get the analogy, but okay.
I agree.
And yet I can't deny that. Harry did not like to think about birds.
He does.
A bird killed his parents.
It was very
It
traumatic.
doesn't say that. Death Eaters are on top of the castle, Ron bleated. Ron is a goat now, I guess.
That's the only thing I can think of when I hear the word bleat.
As a goat.
Death Eaters are on top of the... Oh, okay, Ron.
Ron, well, he won't be a goat for long because Ron was going to be spiders. He just was. I'll take your word for it. He wasn't proud of it.
No one's proud of becoming spiders.
But he's come to terms with it. He's like, you know what? This has been a long time coming.
They do say the one way to get over your fear is to become your fear. That's how Batman was originated, so this is how Ron Spider person...
Batman did not become Batman.
Yes, he did! Yeah, I'm quite familiar with the Marvel Universe, thank you very much.
Oh my god. He wasn't proud of that, but it was going to be hard to not have spiders all over his body after all is said and done.
Hey, we've all been there. If this night doesn't end with full-body spider coverage, this has been a bad panel.
Yes, correct.
Spider and spider.
Release the spiders! The door opened! Yay! Someone's going to release the spiders.
I would pee my pants.
Look, said Hermione. Obviously, there are loads of Death Eaters in the castle. Let's listen in on their meetings. Harry Potter and his friends now relegated to eavesdropping. They're an eavesdropping spell. What is it with the ears of the toys? Like.
I also like the condescension in her voice. She's like, obviously there are Death Eaters in the castle.
Idiot.
Have you been to Hogwarts? This place is effed.
The three complete friends zapped onto the landing outside the door to the castle roof.
Sure.
They became lightning. Got it. They almost legged it. After zapping, or they zapped instead of
I think he's
legging
talking
it?
retroactively.
Okay.
They almost legged it.
But witches are not climbing.
If there's one weakness of witches, it's climbing.
They can't climb.
That's why Ron wants to be a spider!
Which devil fruit was that? Okay. Thank you for your vast coverage of One Piece.
I was gonna say the climb fruit, but I mean, I feel like that fruit was too low hanging. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bad Fanfiction panel. Alright. Ron looked at the doorknob and then looked at Hermione with searing pain.
Ah! The doorknob's my other greatest fear!
Her parents aren't sitting right.
We need to back up to give this full context. Ron looked at the doorknob and then looked back at Hermione with searing pain. I think it's closed, he noticed.
That's exactly how the people who didn't make it into the panel are feeling. They're outside and they're like, ah! No! Let me in!
Locked, said Mr. Staircase, the shabby-robed ghost.
Oh, I love Mr. Staircase. He's my favorite Harry Potter character.
They looked at the door, screaming about how closed it was.
Ah!
Oh my God, the door is closed! This door is so closed, I'm about to lose it! Another minute of this door being closed!
And asking it to be replaced with a small orb. The password was Beef Women, Hermione. Hermione cried.
Beef women. I think this qualifies for like the subreddit new sentences.
Beef
Women.
women. Harry, Ron, and Hermione quietly stood behind a circle of Death Eaters who looked bad,
Watch out for those guys.
as opposed to
They're
those
like that.
nice-looking Death Eaters who just want to hang out.
Right, those are Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh,
I am so sorry if anyone's Jehovah's
You're welcome.
God still loves you.
I think it's okay if you like me, said one Death Eater.
See, that's a nice one.
People get on their
Thank you
sleepover.
very much, replied the other. The first Death Eater confidently leaned forward to plant a kiss on his cheek. Suddenly became the Death Eater love story, also featuring Hermione. Harry Potter hasn't said crap in like a page and a half. I'm sure it's still there.
Look,
Maybe the
okay.
handsome one is the Death Eater.
I know you all in awe, but let's remember from the Harry Potter movies that a Death Eater kiss is like, and you're like, ah! That's Dementor! Oh no, that's Dementor! I'm so sorry! Oh no! I was wrong.
You were very wrong.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I forgot.
Oh, well done, said the second Death Eater as his friend stepped back again. All the other Death Eaters clapped politely.
So all the Death Eaters just kissed the other one on the cheek.
What are they worried about?
Are they playing spin?
What are Harry and Ron worried about? Oh my God, there's Death Eaters all over the castle, and they come in and they're having tea and kiss each other on the cheek and clapping politely. This week we read chapter 3. They come out and be like,
This is the problem. Harry, Ron, and Hermione thought they looked bad because they're homophobic. I know. I didn't write it. The robot did.
J.K. Rowling did.
Shake your rolling ball.
Right. But they weren't gay originally. That was later.
Oh, okay. Then they all took a few minutes to go over the plan to get rid of Harry's magic.
Well, now that we all feel nice about one another,
Let's
deal
kill
with
that
it.
guy!
And then Harry Potter's like, no, not my magic. I think that's good.
Yes. Harry could tell that Voldemort was standing right behind him. He felt a great overreaction. He felt it coming from Voldemort. He could feel him standing behind him, but Voldemort was like, Harry! How's it been hanging, buddy?
I have to think that Voldemort's overreaction was that he didn't notice Harry, Ron, and Hermione, but he was watching his Death Eaters make out, and he was like, "Whoa! This was not in the plan originally, but bravo, guys! Thank you."
And then Voldemort clapped politely.
Voldemort, not such a bad guy.
No, not at all. Very tolerant. Then.
Voldemort, accepting of all lifestyles.
Hashtag Voldemort did nothing wrong. Okay, Harry tore his eyes from his head and threw them into the forest. That was a very sharp turn. That was the great overreaction if there ever was one.
Harry is no longer the handsome one.
Voldemort, no he's not. Voldemort raised his eyebrows at Harry, who could not see anything at the moment. Or ever again. Like, I don't know if there's a spell for that, like creating new eyes for someone, but...
Well, it's Oculus Reparo.
But if you screw up and accidentally cut a hole in the space in their eyes, would you call that an Oculus Rift? Shut up! I'm proud of
Thank you,
that.
Waluigi, wherever you were.
Voldemort, you're a very bad and mean wizard, Harry savagely said. You're a very bad and mean wizard, Voldemort.
I have to say, Harry is getting a humongous bonus to his Intimidate check. Because he just ripped his own eyes out of his head. And Voldemort's not like, holy crap, I don't know.
Voldemort's just like, I surrender. We're done here. You win.
No, Voldemort responded by ripping off his nose. Oh, wait.
Hermione nodded encouragingly.
Harry didn't see it.
She approves. Harry didn't see it, yeah. Hermione approves of Harry ripping his eyes out. She's like, I would have done the same thing. The tall Death Eater was wearing a shirt that said, Hermione has forgotten how to dance. So Hermione dipped his face in mud.
Whoa!
We are like from one end of the extreme to the other. We are from Harry ripping his eyes out to like kindergarten hazing. Like, what are we doing? Dipped his face into your face. You poop face.
You don't wear that shirt around me.
All right, we got a title drop soon.
Sure.
Ron threw a wand at Voldemort, and everyone applauded.
I feel like that is a Ron move too. Like he wouldn't cast the spell. I just
Hang on. I gotta read this as one complete thought. This is amazing. Ron threw a wand at Voldemort, and everyone applauded. Ron smiled. Ron reached for his wand slowly.
Wait a minute. Wait. Is this the same wand we're talking about?
That's not important. Oh. Ron's the handsome one, muttered Harry as he reluctantly reached for his. Oh boy.
Hey, we told you! After hours!
What guys do with each other's wands is none of your business. They cast a spell or two, and jets of green light shot out of the Death Eaters' heads. Ron flinched.
I feel like that's extreme. We're the good wizards, and your head explodes, and your head explodes. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, no, that's the bad
That's what this spell did? Oh my god. Ron's not so handsome now, thought Harry, as he dipped Hermione in hot sauce.
Okay.
So is this Harry standing up for the Death Eaters and getting revenge on Hermione on their behalf? He's like, look, those guys were in love. They did nothing wrong, Hermione. This is unacceptable.
Harry has no eyes. How would he know that they're not handsome anymore? Maybe he made them more handsome.
Oh, by dipping Hermione in hot sauce?
Well, yeah, that's a given. I mean,
Okay.
come on.
Wow. You're right. No. She said eat Hermione. He was preparing her for Ron.
I ate so much Muggle, but I'm not quite there yet.
Hermione's the main course. They were the appetizers.
The parents were the appetizers. Oh, goodness. The Death Eaters were dead, and Harry was hungrier than he had ever been.
Harry's about to join Ron for this buffet.
Sorry, Ron, you're gonna have to wait. It's my turn now.
Okay, we have a little bit more, but before we continue, I have to say I'm very concerned for mankind if this is what the AI is writing. It wants us to eat one another, apparently.
It's like, let's feed Botnik the Constitution and see what it comes up with. Congress shall make no law preventing robots from killing man. Wait, well, okay, awesome. Whoa.
Don't give it any ideas!
They're watching us.
The Great Hall was filled with incredible moaning chandeliers and a large librarian who had decorated the sinks with books about masonry.
That's like the librarian's really passive-aggressive way of being like, hey students, fix these freaking sinks. They are broken because of you.
And here's some tips about how to put the wall back once you're done replacing the pipes.
Yep.
I'm looking at you, Steve.
Always Steve.
Always.
Are there any Steves here today? Yeah, that's right, nobody raised your hand.
We're just gonna insult you.
If there is a Steve, stay very low.
Mountains of mice exploded. There, by the way, there's no segue there. It's a large librarian who had decorated the sinks with books about masonry. Mountains of mice exploded.
Absolutely.
So there are mountains of mice, and then they exploded like bombs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe that's what the
I don't want to go Hogwarts anymore. I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm good. Several long pumpkins fell out of McGonagall. Okay, we're just... So, there's a ... like a little gap. I'm going to assuming what's abbreviated is, this is now first person from Harry after he did 6 blots of acid. There is no other explanation for what's happening right now.
What did McGonagall teach? Transfiguration? Yeah.
Dumbledore's hair scooted next to Hermione as Dumbledore arrived at school.
Hello there.
The pig of Hufflepuff pulsed like a large bullfrog. Dumbledore smiled at it and placed his hand on its head. You are Hagrid now.
Again with the fat joke. Stop.
Well, I can only assume Hagrid got devoured by his angry furniture, or they just rose up and killed him. So they need a new Hagrid, and why not the pig? That's like,
You have been promoted to Hagrid.
we're the only people who matter. He's never going to get rid of us. Harry, Hermione, and Ron said in chorus.
Was that about Hagrid? Was that about Pig?
Pigrid?
Pigrid.
Yes. The floor of the cat, they'll never become pigs. There'll never be a situation where a pig will come up and he'll be like, you're Harry now. We have to scratch a lightning bolt into your forehead. Hang on, let me get the hot poker.
Poor Dumbledore's senility has not been good to him.
The floor of the castle seemed like a large pile of magic. I can't even visualize that. I don't even know what a large pile of magic would look like.
I can tell you one thing about it. It is good.
Yes. It's large pile of good.
Yes.
Yeah. The Dursleys had never been to the castle, and they were not about to come there in Harry Potter and the portrait of what looked like a large pile of ash.
Thank you. It's a good thing. I was a little worried. I was
Bullet dodged. Harry looked around and then fell down the spiral staircase for the rest of the summer. Harry got caught in between the space-time continuum, falling down the spiral staircase for 3 months.
I have to imagine it's like falling down an escalator that's going up. You just kind of keep rolling as the spiral staircase is rotating up.
I'm Harry Potter! Harry began yelling. The dark arts better be worried, oh boy! The end.
That was exhausting.
That was an experience that we have all now shared.
It was an
Was it
experience.
good for you?
It was good for Ron and Philly. With 50% 50% less carbs.
Now with 50% less mud in their blood.
Oh, hey. No. All right, everyone. Now that we got those fun, fanciful times out of the way.
Previously on Sonic High School. Previously on Sonic High School, Knuckles was still taking up 2 of everything. Tails was continuing to backslide into further and further depths of dementia. Espio got Rouge pregnant and then slipped his abortion pill into her salad. I still am not certain of what that is, because it didn't matter, because now she gave birth, and the baby looks like Knuckles.
Intrigue. Would you like me to start this one off?
Yes, please. Our story continues.
Alrighty. Chapter 9.
Of 25. We are never going to finish this.
Rouge's baby continued to do crying louder than a monster truck. Sunday!
That would be amazing if a baby came out of the womb and immediately, 3 minutes old, Sunday!
Sonic,
Take it for your seat, but you won't need the edge. Oh my god, that would be the best baby ever.
Sonic looked at the baby really close. Hey, Espio, said Sonic. Aren't babies supposed to look like you?
Are you sure that wasn't Tails? Asked that? It was
Sonic.
Tails is rewriting history. We determined a while ago that Tails is the actual author of this story. But now he's becoming self-aware and he realized, man, that was a really stupid question I asked. Ask Sonic.
Rouge's baby doesn't look like you, but looks like someone else I know. Really, Sonic, thank you. Beating around the bush here.
It looks like Shadow. Shadow, definitely Shadow. Yeah, Shadow, that's the one.
Dr. Robotnik, that's it.
Oh.
Yep. The big mustache gave it away.
Shadow Botnik. That's the one.
Sonic rubbed his chin and thought about who it was that it looked like. Yeah, Espio, Rouge's baby looks like Knuckles, said Vector. Is he the
Vector's the crocodile.
Okay.
I'm ashamed to know that.
Cool, I'm gonna go tell him. Vector ran like a crocodile would to find Knuckles.
So on all fours, like...
I mean, there are crocodiles with like long legs that when extinct.
I don't like that.
I don't
Nightmare
either.
if you are.
Just imagining like the giant spiders from King Kong. Their legs are like 80 feet in the air. It's like
Crocodiles with long legs. Wouldn't they just be dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Alright, well. So
good point.
He ran like a crocodile.
They did go extinct, didn't they?
He ran like a crocodile would to find Knuckles to tell him what he said. Hey, Knuckles, you're not going to believe what I just said! Rouge was still on the ground, looking all tired and sore, because she did just give birth. And Ms. Lesson was rubbing her butt because it was hurting from the baby that came out when she gave birth to her baby.
Oh yeah!
Start over and speak differently.
Is this like pain by proxy? Like, I
don't
remember
know.
how much that hurt when
Let me
I
rub your butt?
had my baby out of my butt? Question marks?
Okay.
This dang baby was still crying. Espio looked worried about it. You guys are right. Why does not that baby look like me?
Why did it not?
I think Espio got hit on the head by the baby when they threw it.
Look, I think the question we're all asking is, how is Babby formed?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
You're several years late with that joke.
Wrong path!
Wrong crowd? Who said wrong crowd?
Espio went over to Ms. Lesson, who was holding the baby still, and looked at it closer. Oh, thank you.
Let's fix this.
Espio went over to Ms. Lesson, who was holding the baby still, and looked at it closer and still could not see himself in the baby. This does not make sense, said
You think
SBO.
the baby is a mirror? He's like shining his face like, I still can't see myself in it.
Alright, now you let me finish. This does not make sense, said SBO to the baby.
Why don't you look like me?
Why? It's a good idea to shake newborns, right?
It's like a magic 8 ball. If he shakes it enough, its face will just come out a different look.
What? I mean, you're not.
Don't think too hard about it. You just shut your brain off. That was an incredibly good joke.
Yep.
It's an etch-a-sketch. Shake it and start over.
Yeah.
I don't have the brain to shut up. I mean, you're not wrong.
An America does not endorse the things said by the crowd.
An America does not wish to encourage the shaking or abuse of infants. Unless it's really, really funny.
An America, please don't shake baby.
No, just An America, please don't.
Just then, Vector came out the door, and there was Knuckles too, huffing and puffing and looking surprised. Knuckles went right to Rouge and looked at the baby. Wagoo! He said, making that sound when he saw the baby. Wagoo!
Wario is here! What the hell?
I'm gonna ween. Okay, no, Wagoo, he said, making that sound when he saw the baby, parentheses, Rouge's baby. Just in case you forgot which baby we're talking about.
Well,
that looked like him.
In all fairness, it could have been Miss Lesson's baby. It's still not clear when she gave birth, or to what.
And we're still not sure how many babies Knuckles has. Are you aware of how many penises a kid has?
How many?
4, and they are spiny.
5, correction.
Is 5?
5!
I see your 5 and raise you 7!
Oh, it's the black market now.
7. I have 9 penises in the back. Do I hear 10? 10 penises. 11 penises.
100 penises!
500 penises sold!
There's over 9,000 penises!
We will expect payment of the penises as soon as the panel is over. Please and thank you.
How many penises does the scanner show? Hey,
wait a minute. What were we just talking about of how many years old? How many years old a meme is?
Too bad.
Goodness gracious.
I'm bringing it back whether anyone likes it or not.
Alright, to reiterate my last point, when it said the baby, Rouge's baby, to be fair, again, we don't know how many babies Knuckles has, so the baby was still crying. What
We
is
don't know how
wrong
many
with
babies
you?
there are in the world, so
Yell-
technically it could refer to any.
What is wrong with you, yelled Knuckles at Rouge.
Oh, I thought he was yelling at the baby too.
No.
Why is everybody yelling at his baby?
No.
It's the most traumatized child in the
he's
history of the
yelling at
world by the
Rouge.
time this chapter's over.
Why did you go and have a baby? Now I gotta be your dad.
Wait.
How dare you have a baby? Now I have to adopt you.
I am your dad and also your mother's dad. Don't think too hard about it.
This is like the weirdest taking responsibility ever.
Who is this?
I'm going to raise my child and also be your legal guardian.
Who is this? Crasker from Game of Thrones? Hey!
Oh!
He kept yelling
No,
at
it's
her.
okay to shit on that show now, cause it's shit.
Hey! He kept yelling at her with the maddest feelings. Knuckles thought about his horoscope that he read this morning, and it said, your biggest fear will come true, so you better watch out.
What, they'll get pregnant too?
No, not spiders! No, and then
Oh God, it's a doorknob!
And then Knuckles
Throw
became
the baby at it!
Baby beats doorknobs.
Now he knew what that meant. It was
hold
about
on.
Rouge's baby.
Whoa.
What?
Hang on.
What?
Baby beats
Doorknob. It's a common.
So
Everybody knows
is this
that.
spider baby doorknob?
Yeah.
Like rock, paper, scissors? Okay, so baby beats doorknob, doorknob beats spiders, and spiders eat babies.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Alright, cool. Just wanted to clarify that for everyone.
All right, perfect. Now he knew what that
The edgiest party game ever. Baby spiders doorknob.
meant. What would that be? It would be like spider, doorknob, baby.
It's bringing the actual item.
monster truck sound when you
Oh, absolutely. Now he knew what that meant. It was about Rouge's baby, because Knuckles did not want this responsibility. It is harder than having a dog.
I mean, he's not wrong. Go on.
Rouge was tired, and Rouge's baby was crying.
This is harder than having a spider.
Would somebody please do something about this baby? And Rouge's baby was crying, but Rouge was crying and scared of Knuckles' volcano rage and said, "I'm sorry. It was supposed to be SBO's baby. I'm sorry it wasn't, because he would not treat me like this." It's getting into a dark place all of a sudden. Jeez.
Did she get to decide whose baby it was?
This is like the weirdest, windiest thing ever. It's like, twist, it's Knuckles' baby. Twist, Knuckles is an abusive father?
What Rouge said sent Knuckles into the next level of his anger.
Let me ask you something, Joe.
Yeah. What you got? What you got, friend?
Do you think... Oh god, this is awful.
Are we going to regret this joke
This is a
being said?
dark joke.
Oh no.
Do you think Knuckles could batter 2 wives at the same time because he's so bad?
Will, you are fired. Boo this man.
This is gonna be this is gonna be the worst joke I've ever made.
Okay, well, okay, I want to...
Now if that actually happens though, I'll have said something worse, so it won't be as bad. It won't sting as much.
It's okay. What Rouge said sent Knuckles into the next level of his anger. He turned even redder than red, apparently, and looked at Espio.
Glowing.
You tried to have a baby with her? Rouge is mine. You are not allowed. Nobody cuckles the Knuckles. Knuckles charged at Espio, but Vector held him back. Sonic thought, Vector, why would you bring him here if you just know it was going to cause trouble? Vector's just sitting there like, yeah.
He's like,
Drama.
Bring the popcorn.
Espio said, what? I did not know. You are not boyfriend and girlfriend. Espio seemed scared, but still kind of calm. We are like...
is that like, I'm so terrified. Oh, I'm just not sure what face to make, by the way.
We are, but it was a secret. Now you have to pay. Knuckles kept trying to get at Espio, but Vector was holding him back. And thank goodness Vector was
Still
here.
holding him back?
Yeah. Hold me back, bro. Hold me back.
On a moment-to-moment basis, I need an update on whether or not Vector is still holding him back.
He is pretty tough. I'm surprised there aren't 2 people holding him back.
Because he's so bad.
He is so bad. And thank goodness Vector was here, because he was the captain of the football team and could restrain him like a crocodile seatbelt that could also talk to you. Hey, did you know that crocodile seatbelt that can also talk to you is playing at Summerfest this year?
That's my favorite poem.
Oh, good band. Knuckles could not get to him, so he said, tomorrow we will fight. Meet me in the hallway at the end of school and prepare for me to beat on your ass, shit man. Oh, the biggest superhero.
Fucking got him.
Shit man. Knuckles stormed out of the lunchroom and went away.
Can you imagine trying to fight Shitman though? He can just infinitely produce poop out of his palms.
I've done that.
That is the most OP superhero ever.
Or does he make you poop?
How would... Raise your hand in here. Raise your hand in here if you would actually want to fight against, or even alongside of Shitman.
We have some confirmed fetishists.
I just want to lather myself with him.
Hey.
I just feel like the entertainer.
In all fairness, if you were hiding from a predator, Shitman would be good to have around. They would not smell anything else for days.
Okay, so Knuckles came in. Knuckles stormed out, and the baby, of course, he doesn't give a shit about that, I guess. Rouge's baby stopped crying and said, no, come back! You don't have to fight Espio.
His first word.
No, I'm sorry, if we may remind you, his first words were Sunday, Sunday, Sunday!
the baby's like, no, stop, no. It's too late.
After hours. It's okay.
Go ahead. Just they're good. They're fine. They're fine.
But it was too late because Knuckles said so. Or I'm sorry, but it was too late because Knuckles was so gone by then. Oh, he was so gone.
Hammered drunk.
So gone.
He's like face down in his own vomit. Like this night has not ended well. He didn't even make it to the fight. Like how? Way to go, Knuckles. He was too bad.
Rouge's baby, or I'm sorry, Rouge patted her baby on the head and said, "You should go to sleep and get your rest, baby. You are probably tired." So Rouge's baby went to sleep and was finally quiet.
I haven't been a baby in a really long time. But I would probably be tired too if I came out of the womb and then everybody screamed at me for 5 minutes straight. And then Knuckles looked at me with volcanic rage and started screaming at everybody else.
And then the baby's just like, everyone chill the fuck out. What's happening?
Let's all take a step back and realize that this is all bigger than any of us.
Also, so Rouge's baby just went to sleep and was finally quiet. So it's like, no, go to bed, baby. Okay. It's the best baby ever. Holy cow.
It's like Parasite. It's like Parasite the Maxim, where what's her name? The woman, Kira, I think her name is. She has this baby and she carries it around by its the nape of its neck. And if it starts crying, she just leans into its ear and is like, "Be quiet." And it immediately stops crying.
Good parenting. Espio tried his best to look like a big tough guy and not panic, but he was secretly scared and went back to doing what he was doing before the baby thing happened. So did Sonic too.
Good.
Who knows?
Sonic hasn't even been, like, at all in this chapter.
No,
he's standing back there like, I approve of everything that's happening. I am okay with this.
Sonic is still sitting there like, you know, that baby looks a lot like someone.
And Tails is over in front of a blackboard trying to solve for Babby. There's just like 38 different equations there, and
Forgot to carry the wand.
forgot to carry the ovulation.
Rouge plus echidna penis equals question mark? Alright, the rest of school and getting home from school happened. Okay. Sonic did not see Tails or Knuckles for any part of it.
Did she give birth at school?
Yeah, she gave birth in the lunchroom.
I was thinking the nurse's office.
Yeah, no,
She's like, I'll put a band-aid
just
on
right in the middle of the lunchroom. They just knocked some trays off the table.
High school.
It's hygienic. I mean,
High school, right?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
Mr. Leaky delivering my baby.
Tails was still mad at Sonic. What was he mad about before? Do you remember?
I
probably
don't
something
believe it was
stupid.
anything.
No,
I
probably
don't
not.
think it was anything. I think this is just something that came up. It was like, yeah, that's still happening. Remember?
Sonic took out his Sonic phone on his way home and called his girlfriend Amy.
We've established that Sonic is the CEO of Sonic Corp, and everything he uses is Sonic branded merch.
Yeah, did we say that I am to someone?
He has a
Sonic
Sonic. He has a Sonic PC. He messages on Sonic Instant Messenger, and now he has a Sonic phone. This man is an entrepreneurial genius.
You know what the tagline is? It's fast.
Just it's fast, not
It's
gotta
fast.
go fast.
No, it's fast.
Sonic, it's fast.
It's fast. Alright, so he called his girlfriend Amy. Hey Amy, so did you decide if you wanted sex? Said Sonic. All men only think of one thing. You know, said Amy, Sonic, I am just too stressed out and nervous by everything going on at high school. Things are so crazy. Yeah, but did you see that baby? Like, what's the downside here? And then Amy has a baby and it looks like Knuckles. He strikes again. Damn, said Sonic, and hung up the phone. I'm sorry, Sonic. I'm too stressed out.
Nice guys over here.
Well, that's you done now. Get out of my story.
Someday.
Just imagine Sonic is like Titus and Final Fantasy X. This is my story, bitch.
Someday someday when I have a girlfriend, I hope to call her and just be like, sex? And she's like, what? Missed your chance. Sorry.
You could have had all of this.
You know? Guess I'll have to take care of myself.
Or you can ask
Meanwhile, in Sonic High School.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a little too real. Okay, so Dan said Sonic and he hung up the phone and finished getting home. Sonic thought he would never be true
He
boyfriend.
finished getting home?
Yeah, he was on his way home.
I thought he was already home.
No,
I said that the finishing of school and getting home all.
No. Keep it straight. This is laid out so sensibly. I don't know how you're not following along.
Where's the baby?
It's still asleep in the cafeteria.
He just forgot about it.
Everyone went home. The janitor just comes by and he's just like, Scruffy don't get paid enough to take care of babies. Just goes right back.
Next day's lunch, mystery meat.
What did I say, Steve? Get out of here. Alright.
That reminds me of a joke. How do you fit 100 dead babies into a phone booth? Blender. How do you get them out?
drink.
Nachos.
Yes, please do this now. Once again,
This is like edgy high school shit, and like 15 years later, everybody's still mad.
once again, Will Ryan, the weakest link of the bad fan fiction panel. Alright. Sonic thought he would never be true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy at this rate.
No, you can't be someone's boyfriend and girlfriend at the same time. Thank you, Sonic.
Well, it was almost like she had a second boyfriend that Sonic did not know about.
It's Knuckles. Knuckles is banging everyone.
And that was what... Yeah. And that was why Amy did not want sex from Sonic. So...
Someone else!
Yeah, if there's one lesson to be learned here, boys and girls, it's if your boyfriend or girlfriend is not putting out, it's because they are cheating on you. It's the only explanation.
When a woman says, look, I'm really stressed out, who is it? Who is
School!
I ain't about to be Cuckles by Knuckles.
Only Knuckles gets to Knuckles.
Sonic had dinner and then thought about his friends. Espio and Knuckles were both his friends, but they were both intending to fight. What could Sonic do? Sonic figured that they are still both his friend, but he would go visit Espio because he was not the one who said to fight, and because Knuckles had spikes on his hands that would make it hard to beat him in a fight. Yes, spikes on the hands does make it very difficult to win fights against.
Okay, so I follow this tactical genius.
Yep.
What's the next step?
It's probably going to be underwhelming. Sonic went to Espio's house.
Espio, no.
Ding dong, said Espio's doorbell.
He didn't do impressive, he just walked up and the door was like, ding dong. And then doorbell.
Sonic walks up to the doorbell and the doorbell's like,
And the doorbell's like, ding dong.
ding dong. Can I open my door for you?
Thank God it wasn't a
Please. Said Espio's doorbell and Sonic waited at the door. Espio showed up at the door and opened it. Once again, how are you not following along with this? This is paint by words. Hey Sonic, thanks for coming, said Espio to Sonic.
Paint by words?
Hey
That sounds like the most inefficient way to paint anything ever.
Hey Sonic, thanks for coming, said Espio to Sonic. You gotta help me prepare for this fight. We can start by learning how to get rid of puncture wounds. I was trying not to look nervous to Knuckles, but actually I was. See, I pissed myself. Also, did you hear about Charmy B? Who?
Charmy the Bee.
Yes, I know. It's a joke.
Has Charmy actually been in this story?
Maybe.
Yes?
Nope, I did not
Charlie has
hear.
been in this story.
Okay, sure.
Oh, he's here now.
But we gotta bring him up. We
Ladies and
haven't
gentlemen,
mentioned him this
Charlie.
chapter, so we have to bring him up. Nope, I did not hear, said Sonic back to Espio. Knuckles kidnapped that little gay. Oh my god. Hey, homophobic. Homophobic Espio.
Not all bees. Hashtag not all bees.
Also, hashtag his body, his choice. Thank you very much. That's how you use that hashtag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Knuckles kidnapped the little guy, I'm gonna change it to now, and is threatening to hurt him if I don't show up to fight him tomorrow. So I have to, especially now, because the gods will crush my soul, even if Charmy B is an annoying idiot loser, said Espio then back to
You and I get connected.
When did Knuckles become like... When did Knuckles out Robotnik Dr. Eggman? Like, what is happening here? Knuckles is like the evil genius. He screams at a baby, wants to get rid of the baby, verbally abuses the baby's mother, wants to fight Espio, and then kidnaps Charmy to force Espio to fight him.
It was
Religion got involved.
it was around the time that Dr. Robotnik was cast as Jim Carrey.
My guy, he's 90% dick. Like, what else can you expect?
So they cast Walter White as Knuckles. Shit really went in a different direction.
I am the danger. I'm so bad.
I am the one who knocks.
Oh no, that's really bad, said Sonic. Sonic knew this now had to happen too, because his morals were probably the best ever. And he's so humble too. He did not know Knuckles would stoop to such a mean thing. Sonic and Espio then walked into Espio's house and up the stairs to Espio's bedroom. Our other friend is here too, said Espio, just as he was opening the door to his bedroom. Espio finished opening the door and there was Tails, who was standing in Espio's room. The moment Tails saw Sonic, his face turned into a salad of anger. The devil, the lava.
That's what it says.
Chapter 10, that is literally what it says.
It turned into a salad of anger, the devil, the lava, chapter 10.
Yep, hey, Salad of Anger is actually coming at Summerfest.
That is an amazing band.
They're an impressive.
Someone make it happen. Alright, make it happen.
It's a Caesar salad because Tails was stabbed in the back.
Whoa!
I encourage violence on that gentleman.
Wow. That was really good.
Like, give that some applause. That was nothing as bad as I
Who said that, by the way? Do you want to take this guy's place?
Look, I'm about to throw a baby right at your head.
I'll have to examine it for a while.
Next year. Okay. Chapter 10. Author's note. I was going to make this the last chapter, but everyone just loves it, and my brain keeps exploding with new ideas. So I am going to continue Sonic High School for some longer time and make more chapters. This is the worst news a man can get.
Here's the real question. Were they just straight up lying? Or was it like everybody found it and it was so bad it's good? That's the real question.
We don't know.
It's a mystery.
We need at least 7 scientists working on this to discern the truth.
It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma and smothered with secret sauce.
Is the sauce also on Hermione, or is that different sauce?
No, that was hot sauce. Why are you here? Screamed Tails with the anger of a million angry birds. That line is so terrible, I'm angry now.
That's a lot of angry birds!
Birds are so angry.
Sonic was shocked because Tails was his best friend, and Tails was smart. But Tails was super pissed at Sonic for not coming to the science competition. That was like 6 chapters ago. Oh my god!
Right, but we have a reason now. This is why.
Look, Tails, sit on it. Bigger things are happening right now. Knuckles has kidnapped one of our friends and is about to kill Espio.
Will!
Tails is like, I made science and you weren't there. I wouldn't apologize to the ticket. Sonic moved his mouth, but words didn't come out because he did not know what to say. Sonic was a mixture of mad and sad and frustrating because he did not know what he could do to get Tails to be his friend again. Okay.
Would you say he was also a salad of feelings?
Probably.
This is a regular salad bar.
Culture with Cobb.
Maybe he was a burrito of feelings.
Hey,
I think that's what it was. Like, here's an idea. Sorry, Tails.
Boom, got him.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, I have a response to that. High school.
Fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
At times like this, Sonic thought about Amy's fine body because it set his mind at ease.
Hell yeah! Sonic the horn dog. He normally likes chili dogs, but not this time.
Oh man, Tails, he's my best friend. We might never hang out again. And Amy though.
My girlfriend.
And he just starts like. Tails is over here. Sonic! Oh.
Careless whisper plays in the distance.
I am here for my friend, said Sonic. Our friend, Espio. Fuck you, Tails. We are still friends too, Tails. You are just too mad to see that. I know what I see, said Tails, kind of screaming. I know what I see, said Tails, kind of screaming. I am so smart. I am smart. I am so smart. S.M.
Hashtag I am very smart.
Espio tried to get in between them, even though it was his house that they were in right now, and said, guys, please, let's just make sure I can fight Knuckles and not get owned.
Look, I know you guys are fighting, but the real important person here is me.
Look, first of all, shut up. Second of all, I'm gonna die. Sonic and Knuckles ignored him. And Knuckles? What?
Did I say Knuckles?
Says Sonic and Knuckles ignored him for the moment and continued to be in a fuss.
Knuckles just shows up.
I think it's Knuckles. Oh my God, he's here!
Knuckles has been in the corner the whole time.
He's so bad, he's in 2 points of reality.
He is so bad. Yes.
You could say
The problem is he actually has to fight two people at once in two different places because he's so bad.
He's very bad.
Okay. I am sorry, bro. I don't understand. What can I do to make our friendship the best one ever once again? Said Sonic to Tails.
Oh, wait a minute, they don't wear pants.
Tails wiggled his two tails and looked to the side in a thinking way. So essentially what's happening is this. I don't know. I don't know. That's what it says. Said Tails to Sonic. But you know what? Here, take this. Tails took out a blue book from a spot and threw it on the ground in front of Sonic. It was what it was when Sonic looked at it.
It was what it was.
They did it okay the way they did it. It was Sonic's journal.
Oh, I remember that from like 300 to 800 chapters ago.
When he had his gay ball problems. Oh, that's way long ago. You guys have to watch part 1 on our channel to find that one out if you weren't here for the experience. Oh man.
It was ball problems.
It was ball problems. What? How did you get this? Said Sonic to Tails. I gave this to Miss Lesson before she read about my ball's problems. I lied. I did not go to the science competition that night. Hello, Zapwise is in the background. I still went to school, but instead of going to the science competition, I used my science hat of invisibility to sneak into Miss Lesson's room and get your journal. I wanted to get your journal so that no one else could read your business and see your gay ball problem. I told you!
Wait, hold up. If Tails wasn't at the science fair, why was he so mad at Sonic? He was mad at Sonic for not being at the science fair that he wasn't
webs
that he wasn't at.
I need a spreadsheet for
How
this.
dare you use logic?
Who is is this baby? Who does this look like?
Your ball problems that I know you still have, even though you think they are getting better. I was going to give it back to you, but you were not there at the competition like you should have been, even though I am such a good friend to you. Even now, when I could have been reaching my moment of genius, I was doing a thing for you because I want you to be happy. Tails said to Sonic with a voice of emotion.
The ball problem that Sonic quite obviously still has, we're all concerned about you. Please go to a doctor. It is noticeable. Visibly.
You know we're close.
Sonic did not know what to say. High school drama was so insane to be a part of. Yeah, this is the insane part.
Yep.
This is where we've crossed the line. Now it's insane. Tails took his journal and was like, ha, I got your journal.
While wearing a hat of invisibility, that was...
No, not the hat of invisibility. Not baby out the butt. Not anything else. This. This is where it's now insane. Sonic picked up his journal and felt like he was going to cry because he was being an asshole jerk to his best friend who was only trying to make him happy. Tails, you did not have to do this, finally said Sonic respondingly. Respondingly.
There's a lot of lessons we can learn.
Like what, Joe?
I have no clue. Sometimes I say words.
Like the lesson is how not to write.
What matters is that I did, said Tails, and also that you did not care for my special date because you were too busy trying to be true boyfriend and girlfriend with Amy. Goodbye, Sonic.
Oh. Once again, the quest for puss ruins a friendship.
Remember, high school.
Yeah,
Remember high school. Goodbye, Sonic, said Tails, right before he flew out Espio's bedroom window with his flying tails, and then he did. The moment is ruined. I have no idea what I just read. I just envisioned Tails flying out the window 3 times, the animation cycling like a GIF.
It keeps cutting back to Sonic, who looks sad. He's like, oh, and then Tails flies out the window again. It cuts back to Sonic. Oh, and Tails flies out the window again.
Oh my goodness. This is so shitty, said Espio to Sonic, who was now the only other person in his bedroom.
Oh yeah, Espio was there.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh.
And also Knuckles.
Well, I think Knuckles is gone now. He hasn't been mentioned again.
He also flew out the window.
Like it pans over from Sonic's head.
Wait a minute. So if Sonic can, someone over there made a very good point. If Sonic can fly with 2 tails, can Knuckles fly because of his 4 penises?
Yes.
Discuss.
This has now become a discussion panel.
The answer is just yes. There's no discussion.
That's fair.
I still have to fight Knuckles tomorrow. I still have to fight Knuckles tomorrow, but your different kind of fight with Tails is just as crazy. Okay. Just to be clear. Sonic and Tails have a minor dispute because Tails didn't go to his boyfriend's science display. Knuckles and Espio are feuding lovers of the same woman fighting over a child, and Knuckles has kidnapped one of their friends and is holding him hostage to make Espio fight him. Pretty much the same thing. I'm sorry. No, I've wasted your time. They're exactly the same. I'm sorry. It took me a while to get there, but Espio's right.
Can you hang on just a second? Can you do me a huge favor? Can you just turn the camera a tiny bit this way? Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for some reason I kept you. Everyone give this person a round of applause!
Thank you! She's so
Our AV person.
This is gonna look really weird, like if you speed it up on camera, then for some reason it's just like, who is doing that? A ghost?
Yeah.
Probably not a good choice considering she's blind.
Oh, yeah.
That is for me to figure out with Tails, said Sonic. Let's get back to making sure you cannot be defeated by Knuckles. Sonic and Espio spent all night in Espio's bedroom.
Yes!
Let's train.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight.
Yeah, the brown eye of the tiger.
Wow. No!
For you. For you.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay, reading books. They spend all night in SBO's bedroom reading books and watching videos about fighting. And learning how to be the best at it. Yep. That's what they were doing.
Yep.
Mom, we were just studying. Come on.
I told you to leave your door open. We were just studying.
They're just fighting. They're play fighting. It's okay. They're play wrestling.
Just wrestling. Why, the baby's there. Why are Mommy and Daddy wrestling?
What are you boys doing in there with the door closed?
By the time the night was over, SBO was ready to face Knuckles. All they did was read books and watch videos.
That's just how Rocky trained.
Yeah, that's all he what an idiot Rocky was. All he had to do was read books and watch videos to beat Apollo Creed.
All right, look, we have to train to be the best fighters. How are we going to do that?
YouTube.
One Punch Man. Yes, I know everything.
Watched a YouTube tutorial, now I'm a genius.
Pull up the
He watched a YouTube review of One Punch Man. We're good.
5 minutes or less.
They went to school on this new day, and school happened and was over. The school day is over, but this sentence is not. Hold your applause. School happened and was over, and now they were in the hall, where Knuckles said to meet him to fight. There was a crowd of people around him that included Sonic, like...
Yeah.
Okay. Who looked worried. Rouge, who looked worried, and with her baby. And Vector, who was smiling. Vector is fucking Bran in this story. He is the master manipulator, pulling the strings, making everybody else destroy each other, while he sits there and is like, yeah, sure, I don't really care.
Vector's just over there like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. He's pouring oil on Okay. Also, okay. Also in the crowd was Tails, and with him Cream the Rabbit, who was Charmy Bee's girlfriend.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
A bee and a rabbit now.
I thought he was gay.
Discuss.
That's what he said about Charmy earlier. So
Look, Joe, if you expect continuity in this story...
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, wait, you're saying it was an insult? Ugh.
Yes, that would be correct.
This is 2019, jeez.
Her boobs were smaller than...
Let's continue to read the sentence about high schoolers and their figures.
This sentence written by Sonic, apparently. Her boobs were smaller than both Amy's and Rouge's, but they were still high quality in their own way.
Still some high quality tits, those are.
From whose perspective is this?
Everyone's. This is a
This is the writer. This is the writer looking at some, like, GIF thing. He's on DeviantArt and he's like, they're high quality in their own way.
Some people like lollies.
This is a reference that very few of you are going to get, but Sonic looked on at Cream the Rabbit with despair and also an erection.
Okay. It is surprising to most people that a gay like Charmy...
Why?
No, this sentence is going in a really weird and hilariously ignorant direction. I want to enjoy it! Shut up, Jack!
Alright, let's hear it.
It is surprising to most people. This is starting off like a scientific article. So it is surprising to most people that a gay like Charmy was even allowed to have a girlfriend. But it just goes to show you that the impossible is not what you think it is. Neil deGrasse Tyson, 2019.
If you believe in something hard enough.
Believe in
yourself, even when no one else will. Sasquatch.
When you're gay, it's illegal to have a girlfriend.
Then Espio jumped over the crowd into the middle of where Knuckles was. So
he teleport fragged him. Knuckles just.
I win.
Did I do it? Did I win the game? So you decided to come anyway, said Knuckles. I guess so. Even though you know your ass is going to get torn up by my moves.
Careless Whisper plays in the background.
Espio looks on at Knuckles with despair, but also
He dampened.
I feel like at this point, one of you should have, Careless Whispers, and then you.
Oh, just ready. Yeah, we're not prepared.
Oh, God.
Also, we plan to put this on YouTube, and if we play like a half a second of Careless Whisper, takedown. Video's done. Yeah.
Can you do it a cappella? Yeah, a cappella.
Ask Smooth McGroove about getting copyright claim for a cappella. I do not want to fight you, Knuckles, said Espio to Knuckles. Oh, thanks for the clarification. I was confused. But I am doing this for Charmy and Rouge. I am doing this for Charmy because you kidnapped him, and for Rouge because you do not respect her baby.
He don't respect that baby.
Hang on. He doesn't respect Rouge either, but who gives a shit because she's a woman? This is about the baby. Thank you, Espio, our hero!
Did you say that, really?
No, but that's what it is.
Oh.
I'm doing this Rouge because that baby. I don't give a fuck about her, the baby, though. Then let's do this, said Knuckles. Knuckles charged at Espio with his fists like an elephant running at a hunter trying to kill him for his powers? Look, okay, this is a part of history that not many people are familiar with. Elephants were not hunted for the ivory in their tusks. They were hunted so that we could become as wise as them and gain their powers.
No. It was
that way we could never forget.
It was the reverse, wasn't it? Didn't it say he charged like an elephant that was trying to kill the hunter to gain the hunter's?
Oh, okay, so the elephant's gotta be able to use guns.
Yes, makes sense.
Yes.
Thank you for the clarification.
And that was the true meaning of Christmas. But Espio jumped out of the way and on the wall like a pro jumper, which he learned how to do last night.
It's a good thing you watched those videos and read those books.
Yes.
Oh, that's how you jump.
And run on the wall.
All right.
Espio jumped at Knuckles with a kick move, and Knuckles punched at his foot, and they met with a purple and red explosion of power that knocked them both back.
I really wanted it to say
All Might versus All for One, this is.
I really wanted it to say he attacked him with a kick move and Knuckles countered with a punch move.
And then there came a knee move, and an elbow move, and a tackle move. Ooh. Are they gonna start using Pokemon moves next?
Yes.
Espio, use Flame Wheel! They continued to jump around and attack each other, and they did this for a while. It was difficult to watch for everyone. Not as difficult as this is to read. Rouge was in the crowd with her baby. That's that. This is so difficult to watch, said Rouge. So leave!
Was it difficult?
No one is keeping you here.
Also,
wants to watch.
Also, I like that it says that it's difficult to watch, but it doesn't say why. I'm assuming that these guys think their fight is way cooler than it actually is.
Yeah, in their heads, all this awesome shit is happening. In real life, it's like... Stop!
Where are the kick moves? Where's the kick moves?
Everyone's just like...
This is difficult to watch. Why are we still here?
This is so depressing.
Can we just agree that Knuckles needs a Snickers?
Yes, he does!
Absolutely.
Oh my god, how did I not think of that?
It's not sponsored.
If this school sold Snickers, there would never be any problems. These guys just have...
Thanks.
It's not even like they're hormonal, reaching puberty. It's that there is no Snickers in the world of Sonic High School. That's what it is. Violence should not be a solution to conflict, said Rouge, his baby.
He's so wise being a day old.
He must have killed an elephant.
He must have killed an elephant and gained its powers. Yes. Peeking out between his hands. You are right. Why do people do this like this? I hate it, said Rouge to Rouge's baby. They haven't even named him yet!
No, the name is Rouge's baby.
Okay, first name Rouge's, last name Baby. Got it.
The baby has to earn its name.
In trial by combat against an elephant.
Or against Knuckles.
But you gotta beat him twice.
Yes,
Because he's so bad.
Hashtag 2 health bars.
You beat him once and he comes back like Super Knuckles. Like, come on!
2 phase boss fights.
Go to.
You are right. Okay. Rouge had become a different person since she had a baby. This was one day.
It was again 1 day ago. But you can tell, a mother has a certain grace about her.
She used to be only sexy, but now Rouge was sexy and matronly. Okay. So the last thing that Rouge's baby said was, violence should not be a solution to conflict. Following that thought, yes, fuck this evil world, said Rouge's baby. Apparently, Rouge's baby's next thought is nuke everyone.
And that's when Rouge's baby took out the death note and started cackling madly.
Oh my god, okay.
I will take a chip and then eat it!
Rouge then revealed her boob to her baby and had him...
Hello!
Alright, you're getting too angry again.
And had him eat from it as a baby would do.
They sure
Fork and knife.
I don't know how this works. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm sorry if it gets crazy.
And Cream the Rabbit looked on and she was like, yeah.
I wish Charmy would do that for me.
No, he can't. He's gay. It's officially forbidden by the scrolls.
The tablets of yore. If thou art gay, thou shalt not have girlfriend.
Thou shalt not have the titty. Thou shalt not partake of thy memories. And so it was written.
So shall it be
God
done.
came down from the heavens.
Okay.
No tits.
Okay. Rouge's baby thought this was the best part about being a baby. Because not everyone...
Please continue.
Because not everyone would get cool boobs like this delivered to them on their doorstep like a milkman.
What is with this lady?
Babies did not have much to worry about anyway. So Rouge's ace boobs made paradise a reality for baby.
Yeah, boy.
I have a feeling, said Rouge's baby. You should lie down and relax. So Rouge lied down on her back, and the fight continued to go on.
Was she just laying in the middle of the arena like,
What a delightful little interlude I wish I could wipe from my memory. Knuckles and SBO were both bloody and gross looking, like two waiters who were holding messy foods and then walked into each other, causing the meals to launch into the air and then fall down on them and ruin the nice clothes they got from the store. Everybody follow that analogy!
That was legitimately fantastic. I understand exactly how messy they both are.
Alright, give up, because no one else is okay. They were breathing hard and they were tired, but they kept going, jumping and kicking and punching and running. It looked like two people doing a dance, but hitting each other also.
You can dance if you want to. You can
You can beat your friend's ass.
You can dance, nobody's wearing any pants.
Okay, Knuckles kicked his feet out at Espio, but Espio jumped up and dodged them and came back down and hit Knuckles in the mouth and knocked him onto the floor/ground. What? The author wasn't sure. The floor/ground.
Is it a...
Shit, where were they again? Were they in school? Were they on the playground? Floor/ground.
Is it just me, does Knuckles' shoes look like they have Lego blocks on top of them?
That's correct. Okay. It always has been.
Okay, that's all.
You look.
I'm sorry, I'm
How
so,
are you
I'm
thinking about this
not
now?
invested in this fight.
Joel, the weak link of the bad fan fiction panel.
Yeah, this guy. Who this guy? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Is this enough yet? Are we done? Shouted Will to Joel.
No.
Shouted SBO to Knuckles. How will this ever end? Knuckles looked up from the ground at SBO standing over him. Knuckles had a Twinkie in his eye. That is extremely unfortunate.
If only it was a Snickers.
Knuckles had a Twinkie in his eye and said, "I need a Snickers." As he looked at SBO and crawled towards him. Oh my god, apparently Knuckles is about to die. SBO did not do anything but watch him and feel dangerous. "Come closer," said Knuckles in a whisper voice. So SBO bent down and put his face to Knuckles's.
Oh my god, Knuckles was SBO's
That's how
dad.
you listen,
Not
right?
that close. Just a little bit. Knuckles looked up and down SBO's sweaty purple body and into his eyes.
Fan service.
Yeah, boy.
"I respect you." And then grabbed his face as gentle as a deer and kissed him on the mouth. When Knuckles kissed him, he did it extra hard. Sometimes with his eyes shut, and sometimes looking into SBO's deep yellow eyes that looked like a circus of loving men. So, sometimes when Knuckles looked into SBO's yellow eyes, not every time, just sometimes, he saw a circus of man love occurring. In a big time. Just everywhere. Man love.
It's either that or a Twinkie.
I have no idea what that looks like whatsoever. Their tongues. It's a Twinkie.
I'm getting Chippendales.
Their tongues met in the middle of their mouths like two chicken cutlets that were acting like cats that loved each other. We are 3 degrees of analogy away from reality. Tongues, chicken cutlets, cats.
Question mark, Kevin Bacon.
When SBO was watching fighting videos last night, he was not expecting he was going to have to do kissing too. But he liked it.
Lesson 38. If your opponent starts vigorously making out with you, this may be a diversionary tactic. But it's okay if you like it. Go ahead and go for it.
Lesson 39. Where did he touch you, Bill?
Lesson 40. As long as you conclude everything with a firm handshake, it's not gay.
No, you gotta do one of those like.
They went on kissing for a full minute while everyone watched, wondering if they were done fighting or just taking a break to kiss.
Wait a minute, you're a shitty kisser. Let's fight again.
Is that what happens in the fights in the world of Sonic High School? You fight for a while and they're like, hang on. I need a make-out break. All right, time it.
We need to recharge our batteries, if you know what I mean.
Split them open.
Finally, the back part of Knuckles' body began to lift off the ground while his mouth was still making out with SBO. Eventually, the power became so strong that that his mouth was removed from SBO and their spit was like a shiny extension cord. A shiny extension cord that connected an appliance to a wall outlet.
Sure.
Knuckles then began to glow while floating in the air, and the whole place became a little windy.
He's magical girl gay transforming.
This is gay transformation. They've achieved the next level.
Yes. On the side, Tails said to Cream, "Wow, I know what this is." And Cream said, really? Goody Tails? Okay. This is a rare moment of science. We will never...
Oh, there's science here. You better believe it.
This is a rare moment of science. Because you know, when someone starts levitating into the air and glowing, science! Said the wizard. This is a rare moment of science we will never see, probably again in a lifetime or ever. Okay, well, if your lifetime ends, then yeah, you won't see it ever.
If you watch very closely, you'll see the multi-chambered penis here.
It is called a body donation, and it was invented by Intestine.
What?
Intestine.
Explain.
He meant Einstein. But he knew Einstein didn't, so I'm guessing he thought intestine sounded... I'm sorry, I read it wrong. It's Inestine. So it is supposed to be Einstein. I-N-E, Einstein. It's supposed to be Einstein. I feel like we made this mistake back in part 1.
Maybe.
Inestine.
Yep.
It is when someone reaches a moment of such powerful love that they can choose to restart their lives as part of the person they love. Look, this is all science!
Oh no, he's becoming a girl, so it's not illegal anymore.
Yes. Inestine invented this by making his wife love him so much one night during a romance pasta dinner.
That was some good damn pasta. You better believe it.
That she became,
Holy shit.
That she became a baby that was like him.
Wait.
But then he killed his wife, the baby. Because he thought it was too dangerous to have her live on in the world without testing it in a laboratory first.
Deep Einstein.
It is a fact! It is a fact that if it looks like magic, it is not magic, it is science, so deal with it.
And so it is said.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, 2019.
And as we all know from Harry Potter, magic is good. Therefore, science is good.
No, just therefore science.
Therefore, science.
Knuckles glided on the wind forward through the crowd of people in front of him and into Rouge's mouth, where he disappeared into. Look, I don't know!
Why are you coming to us for answers? We're in the same boat as you!
It was a good thing Rouge's baby had premonitions and told her to lie down.
It all comes full circle, alright?
As then, Knuckles did a U-turn in Rouge's sex-filled body and came out of her butt as a newborn baby that looked like Espio. And to end the chapter, we have these 4 words. This was all science. Chapter 11. We are never going to finish.
Chapter 11, folks. This train keeps on rolling. Alright.
I'm going to die.
That baby is Espio's, said Tails. Tails, being smart, was right.
It'd be more accurate to just say that baby is Espio.
No, that's Espio's. And then Sonic picks up the baby, he's like,
This baby looks like someone. Knuckles! It looks like Knuckles. I got it. Finally.
Knuckles had done an Einstein. I can totally see how you read intestine, by the way.
Yes.
An
Intestine
Einstein
minus 1 T.
body donation. And became Espio and Rouge's baby, but was still Knuckles. Sure.
Did you not hear that this is all science?
Yep, all science.
Enough incredulity.
Rouge picked the baby up twice in 2 days, Jesus Christ. Picked the baby
She's
up.
like, Espio, pick one.
Fight to the death.
Can I get a diagram of this
charge $100 an hour to think about this in my free time.
Can you make a graph of this in post?
You just said
Graph?
Yeah, to make sense of it.
you just
We
said
can try.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
100, it's a pie chart. It's 100% science.
Our minds are too simple.
yeah,
They
it's-
cannot grasp science of this magnitude.
It's one chart, and it's just knuckles.
Only Einstein could do it. And he's dead.
Only Innistein.
You just said pick one, and I immediately imagined in the original Spider-Man movie where the Green Goblin had the kids in the cart, and then Mary Jane, Mary Jane. And he was holding her. He's like, "You got to pick one." It's like Rouge is holding the babies. Which one?
And she just drops both.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, so now Knuckles is not only the kid's father and grandfather, but also his brother.
and
I am my own grandpa.
Rouge picked the baby up and held him in her other arm because her baby with Knuckles before he became baby was in her other arm. What the fuck?
It's like one of those weird magic tricks. Hang on, hold this baby in your arm. Wasn't that baby in your arm? No, it's in your other arm. Whoa!
Now you have two babies to look after, said Tails. Good luck.
Thank you, Tails, for being able to count. He is so smart.
Sonic was on the other side of the hall and wished that Tails was talking to him.
Whoa.
He is so self-centered.
He is such a needy bitch.
Wow. But Tails was still mad at him, so he was not. Rouge grabbed her two babies and had them both eat from her terrific boobs.
Hey, author, just fuck already.
Once again, Cream the Rabbit was like... She smiled and felt like a mother, and Sonic thought... She smiled and felt like a mother, comma, and Sonic thought, period. Sonic thought.
See, for a second there, I thought you said she felt like a Sonic thought. Thought detected, and Exterminate!
Sonic said what he was thinking and said... I am following so closely. Rouge, you know what, Rouge? You should name your babies.
No, what an asshole. He's such an imposing dick. Her baby's name is Rouge's Baby.
And also Rouge's baby?
Yes, no, Rouge's Baby Jr.
Rouge's baby too, electric boogaloo.
Rouge's Baby 2, infant boogaloo.
It will be hard to tell them apart if you do not. Well, Rouge thought that this thought was good.
Wait. It'll be hard to tell them apart if they don't have different names.
Yes.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry, I don't know why I questioned it. It makes sense to me now.
Is it implied that, it would have been fine if the baby didn't have a name, except for the fact that...
Just name them boy and girl and wear a blindfold and be done with it.
Yes! Thank you.
Wow. Rouge thought that this thought was good. Much like magic, it's good.
Rouge's Baby is magic.
Yes.
Well, I mean, no,
it's science.
Damn it, the
It's
baby's
science.
science.
You're wrong.
Stop confusing
You're wrong.
me.
Rouge went over to Espio, who was sitting on the ground looking bad and tired from fighting Knuckles before he became Espio's baby.
Wait, whoa. Knuckles is on the ground.
No. Espio's on the ground. He was tired from fighting Knuckles. Okay. Yeah, no.
Before Knuckles became...
That was worded so clearly, I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
Hey, Espio, what should we name our baby that looks like you? Said Rouge to Espio, as opposed to this other baby.
Anyway, enough of that one.
We're done here. It is still Knuckles, according to Tails, so we should keep his name Knuckles, said Espio to
Okay, so
Rouge.
just to be clear, since this pregnancy came to term in like 3 days, in like a week, this is going to be a full-grown Espio. So there are going to be two Espios walking around, and one is just named Knuckles.
Yes. Who used to be Knuckles, but now looks like Espio.
What the fuck is going on here? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Okay, you were onto something. Okay, said Rouge, and I will name my baby with Knuckles before he became a baby, Knuckles Jr.
Oh, God damn it.
Because I had him with Knuckles before he became a baby, and he looks like Knuckles before he became a baby.
Knuckles is two babies.
But it was before he looked like a baby. Just to be clear, in case it wasn't.
Just to make some
Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna have another Espio one.
Yep.
And this other Espio is named Knuckles.
Yes.
And then we're gonna have a Knuckles one.
Yes.
And this Knuckles
Yes.
is named Knuckles Jr.
Yes.
Everybody confused?
Excuse me, I'm not, because it's science.
He's older than Knuckles now.
Yep, sure is. Rouge was happy and walked out of the hall and then out of the school like a bat. How do you walk like a bat?
Walk like a bat. Your wings are out like this, and you're like, hang on, I can do this. It's not going to be on camera, but I can do this. This is how you walk like a bat.
What you got? Nice.
No, she's banging into everything on her.
Like, do you have any idea how hard it is to walk when your legs are like bones and nothing else?
And, I'm sorry, the sentence isn't over. So she walked out of the school like a bat, and then Espio did the same thing, but in a way that was like a chameleon would instead.
It's the exact same thing, but nothing like it. Got it. Yeah, perfect. 10 out of 10.
And if I recall correctly, aren't chameleons like those real slow assholes who like have like, real spinning legs?
Their hand, their feet are like this. It's like two, but then also two. So they're just
like all I ever see of chameleons is them like being super unsure about the next step they're gonna take. They're like, oh, wait.
They move one hand and then their eyes like fidget.
Okay.
They move one hand and their eyes fidget in 48 directions for 30 minutes, and then they move the next hand.
Yep.
To like rotate.
All right. There is one thing that everyone is forgetting, said Sonic. Charmy B is still locked up at Knuckles' house. I will go rescue him. Charmy B is just sitting in the cell with a tin cup.
The skeleton of
Yes.
like the skeleton of the original Knuckles is right there.
Okay. Sonic ran out of the school.
He's having an existential crisis because he has no idea what's happening anymore.
Sonic ran out of the school and to Knuckles' house. Sonic ran into Knuckles' mom on the way to his room in his house. Knuckles' mom. I've got some shit.
Her name is Knuckles'. First name Knuckles' last name Mom, just so we're clear.
Yeah, Sonic's mom was named Sonic's mom.
Yes.
That's consistent.
The teacher's name is Miss Lesson.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Knuckles' mom, said Sonic. Some things happened and Knuckles looks different. This is the understatement of the century.
Okay, so Knuckles' mom. I am now, Rouge walks in, okay, Knuckles' mom. I am now Knuckles' mom as well.
Yep.
And he looks like Espio. Any questions?
Yep. All right. We got 10 minutes. We're gonna try to wrap up this chapter in 10 minutes.
Also, you're a grandma.
Of your own son.
It will be okay, and you will understand soon enough. Please do not worry. Science. All right. Sonic said this in such a way that Knuckles' mom smiled and kept cooking in the kitchen. You kids. Sonic was not just fast, but also very good at relieving people.
She just got done with her 6th spoon of crystal, and she is just gone on all of it.
She's sailing.
She has no idea. Her son is Knuckles. What else do you expect?
Sonic was not just fast, but also very good at relieving people. Okay? Sonic also noticed that Knuckles' mom was kind of hot with solid boobs that she had developed for decades.
Relieving people? Is that what we're talking
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Every decade her business is solid.
Yes. Older women in the audience, you really gotta sculpt those things. Like, you just...
What older women in the audience?
I don't know, there's...
Older? What do you mean by older? Are we talking like 50, 60?
YouTube. Alright, Sonic went upstairs to Knuckles' room, which was painted all red, just like Knuckles before he became a baby. Yeah, I guess he's purple now. There was a cage in the corner.
Stop! We're brushing past this sentence.
Yeah.
Like Knuckles before he became a baby.
Right. He's purple now.
Are we that desensitized?
Yes, we have to get through this! It makes sense! Shut up, science! There was a cage in the corner of the room and Charmy Bee was in it. Sonic unlocked the cage with the key on Knuckles' desk and opened the cage. Come on out, Charmy Bee, said Sonic. You are rescued.
Cheese curds.
Charmy walked out instead of flying out like he always does and said, Thanks, Sonic. I am going to go home to prepare for my role in the play that is soon. I am the lead role. Sonic is like,
Peter Pan.
So gay. Oh, no, never mind. It's the next sentence. Sonic forgot about the play because the play was the gayest thing in the school. You know what? I was in plays.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm gay and I do theater.
Damn right.
Well, then you're not allowed.
True. I'm illegal.
Because then it would be appropriate. And it has to be insulting. So you're not allowed if you actually are gay.
It's illegal.
But it was going to happen.
Theater is so gay that if you're gay, you're not allowed to do that.
Theater gay is now ruled illegal. Thank you, Trump.
But it was going to happen even if no one went to watch it. Wow. The next day of school happened and Tails was in class with Cream. It was a very difficult science class because Tails was the smartest person in the school and he only took the hardest classes.
He watched Rick and Morty.
Cream was...
Yes! Thank you!
He watched Rick and Morty.
This is the biggest brain shit ever.
Well done.
His
Absolutely.
IQ was off the charts.
Cream was in the class because she wanted to be mentally challenged.
She did not watch any Rick and Morty.
That is offensive.
I'm just like, you just pour some bleach on your brain, and I think that'll send you in the right direction.
We have a test in this class tomorrow, said Tails to Cream. It is going to be hard, and I have to study for it to make sure I get a good grade. Tails always got good grades, but studied anyway. Good boy, Tails.
Galaxy brain Tails.
Tails looked at Cream, who was there. Just in case you had forgotten, Cream was still there.
I can't keep
He's
track.
like, he looks at her and you expect it to matter, and he's like, yup, that's a person.
At least it wasn't
Anyway,
coming about
what?
tits this time.
Yeah, at least it wasn't about perfectly sculpted.
Shut up. This is the part I'm interested in. Me too, said Cream to Tails. I know, I have an idea. Why don't you come over to my house tonight and we can study? Studying with you will help me get a better grade. I thought
Cream was Charmy's girlfriend.
No, Charmy's gay.
I thought you normally study.
But this is a special instance where a gay is allowed to have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Remember? It's legally allowed to have a girlfriend.
This idea...
The girlfriend can feed her. So it's my girlfriend's.
This idea was the best thing ever to Tails. Tails secretly had a crush on Cream and wanted to feel the body of his sexy friend always, even though she was Charmy Bee's girlfriend. Cream was a different...
I'm sorry, am I the only one who's like a rabbit and a bee?
Yes.
How?
Well, it's about to be a rabbit fox.
It doesn't involve going in the mouth and coming out the butt. It's so fucking out.
Cream was on.
Have you ever read She Wants to Be?
Cream was a different kind of sexy that was only really sexy to some people.
Well,
Like bees?
Bees and foxes.
And Tails was one of them. Okay, said Tails, sounding more excited than he wanted to. Okay! Oh, sorry. I will come to your house tonight. Tails was very smart, but he was not the best at getting with teenage women, so parts of life like this were a challenge to Tails.
He was much more used to women twice his age.
Yes. It was now this evening, and Tails was getting ready to go to Cream's house. Cream's house.
How have we not made any puns in the fact that her name is Cream?
I don't know. I guess we haven't gotten there yet.
We're about to get there.
Tails was excited to get closer to Cream, but he was also nervous he might mess it up like a love idiot.
I too am a love.
Like a love idiot.
He thought about asking Sonic, but then remembered he is pissed at him. Also, Sonic doesn't know the first thing about getting with a woman, as we found out already. Sex?
That infamous moment where Amy was being dumb and Sonic closed his eyes and said to himself, I love her for her body.
asking Espio, but Espio was at the hospital getting all of his wounds fixed from being in a fight with Knuckles before he became a baby. Yeah, who kicked your ass, kid?
A baby. They're just like, I'm sorry, and they euthanize him.
Okay, I'm reading this as written. Tails wanted to seem like a sexy man to Cream, so he sprayed his dad's colon on himself. It says colon, not cologne.
So he murdered his father.
Oh, no. His father is still quite alive.
But he's disemboweled. He's disemboweled.
No. His father is still quite emboweled.
Yeah. Somehow, my vicious, bloody, gory, patricide version was better than what you said.
Damn.
Hey, son, you want a date to that? I got something for you.
It's in what?
Hey, son, you want to have better luck with the women?
Give me a second, let me spread my cheeks.
And he put breath wash in his mouth. Tails, breath
You
wash.
have to after that.
Tails smelled good and looked good and went to Cream's house by flying.
Bullshit.
I'm waiting for Tails, said Cream as he sat on her bed in her bedroom studying without Tails. Tails flew into the window. Hi, Cream. I'm at your house now.
I'm sorry, Jordan.
Said Tails. Tails sat on her bed, sort of next to her, but not too close to promote sex thoughts. Because, you know.
Oh, yes,
You would
he
want to
spent
make
the last
me
20
IVs.
minutes having sex thoughts.
Joe, stop. You're promoting sex thoughts.
Damn right I am.
With someone out there.
Okay.
Next bad fan fiction.
Let's study, said Tails. We got 1 minute or so. Wow, before we study, you smell good, Tails. Cream put her face right up against Tails and smelled hard, like the big bad wolf before blowing a house down.
Dramatic reenactment.
Yeah,
That was it right there.
nice. Tails laughed all nervously and said, "Do I really? It's my dad's colon, so I mean." Oh, haha, thanks. I always smell this way. I guess you just noticed when you are home. Yeah.
So, if he's got his dad's colon sprayed all over, wouldn't that mean that Cream is now into his dad?
Yes.
Okay.
Tails did a little wiggle
Tails
on
has
her
a
bed.
dad?
Yes. Tails did a little wiggle on her bed and pushed her face and body away because he was nervous. Please, let's study. Tails and Cream studied for the test for the next hour, and the whole time Tails could only concentrate on one thing: his growing erection.
He's going erection.
Erection. Tails touched it sometimes while
So, this is what I like to imagine is happening. He's like writing, and then he's just like...
Oh, he was doing that to make sure it stayed put. No.
It was about to detach itself and fly in between her legs and out of his control.
It's got tails also. It has tails that detaches from his body.
It detaches from his body and flies around.
To make sure it stayed put, and Cream could not see it. But it was getting so big that it would pop out of place, like when the straw in your soda rises up, probably because of the bubbles. You push it back down, but it just comes back anyway, so you get iced tea instead.
This is the author's understanding of the male sex organ.
Awesome. Tails was still the most nervous, but he decided that this was his chance. He would not get another chance as good as this if he did not take it now.
His chance?
His chance.
Take his chance because he won't get another chance.
I have to tell you something, screamed Tails to Cream. I have to tell you something! Letting out all his nervousness so he could be smooth like a movie star. Smooth. What is it, Tails? Tell me all about it, said Cream back, looking hot. Tails was not so nervous anymore. Tails said, Cream, I have lusted after your rabbit genitals. It literally says genitals. Show me your genitals. Your genitals. Genitalia. I think you are the hottest woman I have ever been to. I know you are Charmy's girlfriend, but toss him aside and let my penis murder everything inside of you.
Smooth like a movie star.
Tails
fucking panty dropper.
Tails took out his penis, and he was so in love that his penis was literally screaming. Literally screaming.
His penis Doris was literally screaming.
Wow!
Mainly because it was suffocating.
Yes. Wow, said Cream. I did not know you felt this way, but I'm glad you do, because Charmy B is a total gay.
Wow.
Cream reached
That means
over.
it's confirmed. Why was she his girlfriend if she knew he was gay? So many unanswered questions.
I'm actually going to skip a little bit of this because this actually does get a little vulgar. So she gives him a handy.
She loved his boner with her
She
hands.
pulled him around the room by it like he was a wagon to get him more excited. Ladies, absolutely. He was about to burst like someone stepping on a tube of Colgate toothpaste.
She could see it bubbling up inside his penis, like Santa going back up the chimney.
When he was done, yep. And the presents that left down in the house were Tails' balls, which were already there, though. Cream was also getting hot. Yeah, okay. But just when things were becoming like one of the porns that Sonic had in his room and his mom let him have, Cream was... What? Yeah, she's a cool mom.
We have to gloss over this because otherwise we'll lose our minds.
Hashtag cool mom. Cream stopped and said, "No, I cannot do this. Not while I am still boyfriend and girlfriend with Charmy. He may be a fag ass." It's so wrong. I'm sorry.
He may be a fag ass?
Yes.
What does that even mean? I don't know what that means.
I don't know. It's offensive. We're just gonna.
I genuinely don't know what
we are in a
when you
relationship.
put those two words together. I don't know what that means.
But we are in a relationship, and I need to respect him. I will break up with him tomorrow, and then we can do sex.
What calls him that and is like, but I need to respect him.
She just edged Tails. That's rough. I think I'm getting for the test. I think I'm ready for the test tomorrow. Thanks, Tails. Oh man, said Tails. Tails put his scrotum away and instead of not getting to kaboom. Okay, as long as you promise me your sex. I promise, said Cream, and then Cream kissed Tails on the cheek. Tails thought it was cool and flew back home. And it's another chapter! Everybody, thank you so much for coming out. Once again, we are Air America. Check us out online, look us up on YouTube.
And have a wonderful rest of your convention.
We love you all. Thank you all so much for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like my brain had sex.
I think I had a seizure, actually.